That dude that's always with you's a dyke too. Made multiple references about Katie just likes to scissor. Now, one particular bar that stands out to me is when Savannah says, I feel like Tupac riding on my enemies. Or writing on my enemies, however you want to hear it. Now, Katie Noel came out with a diss back, and it was shit. It was just shit. And then she came out basically targeting Arctic Kicks in an Instagram story or video, whatever it is, saying he needs to basically get the fuck off YouTube because he used to say, oh, you used to like my bars type shit. He never once did, I will say, he never once did say Katie doesn't have bars. But Savannah roasted her in that diss. It had nothing to do with the bars Katie once spit. It had to do with Savannah roasted you horribly over whatever fire she built. She just destroyed you. And now I doubt Katie Noel ever listens to this, but if she does, you got roasted. She came for the entire Weasel gang in a sense and burnt you motherfuckers. Now, Katie, you do have a couple songs that me and my son do like. But what you did was some foul shit, like I said a year ago. And on that note, Savannah roasted the shit out of you. Savannah also dropped a song called Cinderella. Granted, I'm not a country person, so it wasn't my jam. I definitely think it was a good song, just not my jam. Now, moving on to the personalities that I brought up that you would never expect to be writing politically charged music. Well, maybe you would if you know them in the political scene. I'm talking about Tyson James, Bryson Gray, Kelvin J, and King Face. 4 black men that rap, that make music about being MAGA supporters and Trump supporters. Crazy, isn't it? Now, the few songs that I've been able to listen to before I made this episode were MAGA by Tyson James, MAGA Steppin' by Bryson Gray. MAGA by Tyson James is 3 years old, but like I said, just found the music. MAGA Steppin' is pretty recent. And the main song I'm going to talk about here is MAGA Boys. That features Tyson James, Kelvin J, Bryson Gray, and King Face. Now, 3 lines in the song I pulled out. Tyson James said, "We ain't Antifa, we know how to fight." Kelvin J said, "I take bullets from Antifa with my chest out." Bryson Gray, in this world, 2 choices. In this world, you have 2 choices: build it or destroy it. Now, I generally pick out bars that I really like so I can share with you guys. This particular song definitely is going to make it into rotation. It's only 4 months old, and I stress everybody should go listen to it if you really like rap music that's politically charged. I don't really hear many songs that are politically charged from the left. Maybe it just doesn't sound good. But these men made a song that literally goes after Antifa, the DNC, the bullshit laws and crimes that have put black people in the situation they are in a lot of situations, like the 94 crime bill from Biden. We're going to digress, though, just because I want to make it about music this episode. These 4 artists, I don't know how artists they are. I don't know if it's just a thing that they do and they like to do. I don't know if they're out doing shows. But what I do know is I suggest you follow them, for the music at least. Now, normally I try to keep politics and music separated. Now, not every episode am I able to do that because of this. Look at the music. It's politically charged. I can't lie and say it's not when it is, especially when I pick it and I know that it is. But I think that the music itself will bring insane amounts of followers when they find it. If I can help people find it, I want to. And that's why I do the show I do. I love the underground music and I love the talent that's there, whether it's on the right or the left. When it comes down to music, it's music for me. I love just music. And that's why I really try to stay away from certain artists, especially if they have a political view or they're trying to be political about it. Now, there's some artists I just don't give a shit about, like Nick Cannon. Good example. I don't give a fuck about him. your music sucks outside of Gigolo. And that was good because it had R. Kelly on it. Not saying what R. Kelly did was good because it wasn't. He's a rapist and a pedophile. But outside of that, he's a good musician. But we're going to digress again. I generally think that when it comes to music, it's definitely selective. And not everyone's going to like the music that I like, and I'm not going to like all the songs that are music someone else likes. But I definitely think we can find a common ground. And that's where I think like T-Rev, Tom McDonald, Savannah, Dexter, even Katie Noel, countless other artists that I've named before in other podcasts such as Blaze, Young Gammy, Playboy the Beast, Adam Calhoun, Jelly Roll, Struggle Jennings, Upchurch, Just in Time, so many artists. I think I've talked about a handful a lot, but all the artists I've named, I generally think everybody should go listen to because I think they have really good music. Upchurch came out with the Trolls remix, and that shit was fire. Upchurch dropped a bunch of country songs that I'm not a big country fan, but they're good songs. Upchurch and Jelly Roll just dropped a song just recently. It was a good fucking song. I don't really remember the name of it because I only listened to it once, but it's a good song. Jelly Roll dropped Echoes with the music video. Great fucking song. And I want to point out, the hate is real, even with these artists that are gaining so many followers and so much attention. The one day on Facebook I was scrolling, and Jelly Roll had to make a post. I think it was on Instagram, but he shared it to Facebook, and he was saying, some hater said he uses autotune. Jelly Roll shut that facade right the fuck down and shoved it right up the dude's ass because Jelly Roll clearly does not use autotune and he knows how to sing. But that's the hate I think I talk about when a lot of artists get the hate view. And on that note, I'm going to leave it there. If you have any music that you would like me to listen to, send me the link. I'm always down to listen to anything. I'm not a fan of rock or metal, but if you send it to me, I'll listen to it. But that's my view. These artists made it on the episode today because I really think what they're doing is awesome. And you cannot hurt to listen to music outside of your normal realm. That's what I think. Get into a different music echo chamber. Maybe with a different artist is the best way of saying it. And on that note, the links will be in the description below. You already know the deal. It's Petrov, baby. And we are, say it with me, buddy, out.